So where are we going this week, buddy? Do you know where we're going? Is it the same place we usually go? Is it? Japan. Yeah, we're going to Japan again.
One ticket to Tokyo, please.
And why is that? Well, because this week we're going to be talking about a lens that I use for my APS-C camera. And it is a Sigma. It's my only Sigma lens. But it's a Sigma... Oh, you know, I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's the only Sigma lens that I own. But it's a Sigma 17 to 50. And it's got a long name. It's a EXDCOSHCM. What the hell does that mean? Nobody knows. But we'll find out together, right? Is it any good? Yeah, it's not bad for what it does. So anyway, and its age too. It's a lot older than you are, that's for sure.
10 million years in the making.
So let's find out together. Grab yourself something to eat or drink. Get yourself comfortable. And let's get it on.
Here I am, Vietnam. Rain is always coming down.
This is Camera Talk with Dr. Scott and Dylan. That's right, Dylan and I back for another week of Camera Talk. And Dylan's got himself some battery chargers that I'm going to take away from a second because it makes too much noise. Ow! But what are we talking about this week? Just as the intro says, we're going to talk about my only Sigma lens. This sucker right here. It's a zoom lens. As you know, if you know anything about this channel, I'm generally into vintage primes and whatnot, even though I have looked at some zooms before. But this one is for my, you know, I have two Canon M50s.
Well, isn't that special?
This one right here, and it's an APS-C, Canon APS-C, and this particular Sigma is a 17 to 50 millimeter, but it's APS-C. It's built for APS-C, so you put it on a full frame and you'll get vignetting all over the place. So it's built for APS-C, or designed for. So 17 to 50. Now, it may look, because I do keep my stuff in good condition, it looks pretty new, doesn't it? But this thing was made in 2010. 2010. And here we are at the end of 2023, so it's almost 14 years old. 14 years old, mister.
Holy crap!
So it is a vintage, it's a vintage lens. But you can, you know, it's still made today. Even though, you know, they used to make it for Canon and Nikon and Sony and Pentax and Olympus and Panasonic, you know, and so forth and so on. They only make it for the Sony A mount these days, so they've discontinued for everybody else. But you can still buy these things new for all those other mounts on eBay, if anything, or on eBay. Amazon. I saw it on Amazon. Now, speaking of eBay, you can get them on eBay if you want to get a greatly reduced price, which I would recommend, because the Canon, like this one, the EF mount, is $828. $828.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's a lot, isn't it? Oh yeah. I bought mine. I bought this one for 160 bucks. 828. Now they go down if you got a Nikon or others. They go down in price from there. I think then Nikon's like 500 something, and then Olympus and everybody else is down into, you know, a couple $100 or something like that. But the Canon one, for some reason, is 828. I don't know if that's for supply and demand issues, or
I want you to get out there and sell.
or what it is, but it's the most expensive model they have. So anyway, it's a zoom lens. The 17 to 50 in a full frame equivalent is the coveted 27 millimeter to 70 millimeter, which is what everybody seems to think is the go-to walk-around must-have lens. So on an APS-C, this is the equivalent of that. Now its designators, as I said, the DC and all that stuff. Now let me read through it here again, just so I keep it on track. So 17 to 50 millimeter 2.8 EX. EX stands for excellent. DC stands for digital compact. OS stands for optical stabilizer. And HSM is hypersonic motor for its autofocus. So that's a lot of acronyms in the title. Now, of course, you know, thinking of the HSM, the hypersonic motor, it does its job, but it does have audible sound to it. Yes, isn't that funny?
Right. Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
Not quite like the Canon STM motor, the stepper motor, which is pretty darn silent. This one can make noise, but hey, unless you're making video and using the in-camera microphone, you pick that up. But for me, you know, using these wireless microphones, you would never hear it anyway on there. But
Like big butts and I cannot lie.
what else can I say about it? Well, the OS, the optical stabilizer, is it's pretty decent for its age. Again, remember, almost 14 years old. It's nothing, you can't compare it to today's, you know, in-body stabilization and so forth, image stabilization, so forth and so on. So it's not bad for its age. Now, Sigma, for anybody who's kind of not in the know about the company Sigma, they're the largest lens manufacturer in the world. They make lenses for everybody, third-party, you know, manufacturers. And I already went through the list of the Canon, Nikon, Sony, Pentax, Olympus, Panasonic. They're part of the L-Mount Alliance. The Leica Alliance. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, the Leica Alliance. Now, Sigma was founded in 1961 by somebody named, are you ready for my Japanese accent? Michihiro Yamaki. Michihiro Yamaki.
Over-the-top rendition of the Japanese accent.
I sound like a native Japanese, don't I? Not quite. Anyway, living in Tokyo at the time, and they eventually moved out to Fukushima. Where do we know that name Fukushima from? Oh my God, yes, the earthquake and the nuclear power plant that was wiped out, not wiped out, but taken offline because of the tsunami. And then the reactor blew up and now everything's radioactive. So, are these radioactive lenses? We've done an episode of radioactive lenses as well. Anyway, so 2008, they bought themselves their own sensor manufacturer named Foveon. So that all the sensors in their cameras anyway are made by themselves. And as I said, in 2018, they joined the L-Mount Alliance. So anyway, that's all you really need to know about Sigma anyway. Some people love them, some people hate them.
They suck. They just suck.
I'm of neither party. I neither love this thing nor hate it. It does its job. So, anyway. What else can we say? What else can we say? Is it any good? Do you think it's any good? I asked you that already. You thought so. But hang on, let me put this sucker down. It takes up so much room. Here, let me move you over to the host leg over here. And how about we talk about the specs on this thing? It's a hefty beast. Yeah, it's a hefty beast. It'd be a great self-defense mechanism, self-defense, tool or weapon. There we go.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Be like a brick. Somebody tries to mug you, nail them in the head with this, poof, knock them down. But otherwise, it is 17 elements in 13 groups. So there's a lot of glass in there. A lot of glass. It has, its close focus is 28 centimeters. What's that in American language? 11 inches. That's
how you use it.
It has 7 rounded aperture blades, which result in rounded or more rounded bokeh balls. Do we like our balls round?
Say, everybody haven't seen my balls.
Yeah. Do we like our balls round? And the weight, as I just said, is hefty, 565 grams. And what does that come to in American lingo? 20, not 19.9, so I might as well say 20 ounces. That's a funny one, huh? So anyway, that's the specs on this thing. Now, if we do the full frame equivalent, remember with Canon APS-C, they do a funky crop.
Funky coma data.
1.6 times, as opposed to Sony and Nikon and everybody else with their crops are 1.5, except for Micro Four Thirds, it's 2-time crop. But anyway, APS-C, so 1.6, so your equivalent then, instead of 20 to 70, it's more like 27.2 to 80 millimeter, which again is a decent range. And the other claim to fame on this thing is it has a constant aperture of 2.8, from f2.8 all the way to f22. It's your range. So going between that 27.2 to 80 millimeter, it stays f.2 if you wanted to. Or it can go to f22 if you wanted to. Anyway, that's your option, but that is an option that most zoom lenses, like on my Canon M50, well, I can use this one example since it's right here. The kit lens is 15 to 45, but it goes from 3.5 to start at 15 all the way up to 5.6. Is it? I forget. It's been a while since I looked at this thing. No, 6.3. No. 6.3. No. Yeah, it goes out to 6.3 at the tight end, the 45 millimeter lens end. So anyway, so that's great. 2.8 constant. And it has some switches on the side, autofocus to manual focus. You can switch back and forth. You can lock it in place. You can turn the optical stabilizer on and off. Generally, when they say if you have it on a tripod, you want to turn off the stereo stabilization. It's only for handheld and whatnot. But anyway, so what I like to do, hold on, just sit there. I'm not going to push you down. Dylan will be hitting the floor. Let me stick it on here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, Daddy should have prepared this ahead of time, huh? But who cares about... No, you don't need to see. I need to see. Get your head out of the way. How about some pictures of Dylan? You want to see some pictures of Dylan? Dylan, here's Dylan at 2.8. What do you think you look like there? Yeah! Yeah, looking great, huh? Looking all handsome. All the babes in your future be like, ooh, he was so handsome when he was a baby. Yeah. Yeah, baby! Yeah. And how about Dylan at 5.6? Ready? 5.6? No! Are you sure? No. Well, I'm going to show it anyway. Yeah, 5.6. All right, how about our random crap, right? So here is the Sigma 17 to 50 random stuff at F whatever. Okay, so that was your random crap. Can we recommend it? Can we recommend it? Is that a weird way of saying yes? Yes. I would say sure. If you're looking for, again, a good walk-around lens, you don't want to carry primes with you and be going back and forth on switching out lenses and so forth and so on. It's a great little zoom walk-around lens. It's not little, obviously 565 grams or 20 ounces. It's got some weight to it. So anyway, we can recommend it. So other than that, anything else you want to talk about? No, I don't think so. That was it. All right, so how about we recommend our photo editing software that we use. And who do you use? Who do you use? Do you use Lightroom? Do you use Capture One? Do you use anything besides coloring books and crayons? Well, I use Luminar. Luminar AI, Luminar Neo. Now Luminar AI they don't make anymore, but I use it because I have it. So I put it on my laptop. Actually, is when I'm traveling around. I keep Neo on my desktop, but it's kind of the same thing. I mean, Neo is made of Luminar 4, or made up of Luminar 4 and AI together. What is AI? What is AI anyway? You know what AI is? How about you tell us what AI stands for? I'll give you to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not that, you silly. It's not that. Artificial intelligence.
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
All right, sit up. What do you think? Artificial intelligence. Yeah. And what's artificial intelligent about it? It has spot and dust removal. So if you have pictures, you're down at the beach and taking pictures of the lovely sunset, and there's seagulls flying in the background. The software is going to be able to determine the difference between spots on your sensor and seagulls flying in the distance, and it won't remove the seagulls, but it'll remove the spots. That's pretty cool. Power line removal, same thing. Click on it, it'll analyze your photo and remove the power lines for you. Nothing more annoying than power lines.
Hey, Mom.
And co-host named Dylan. 3.5 years old and still working on annoying Daddy as much as he can.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Yes.
So, background removal. It has scene relighting, which means it can move the lighting from one side to the other. If you don't like it on one side, you can move it to the other. No, it's not drastic, of course, not like a spotlight or anything, but it's pretty cool. Other than that, what do you think? Can we recommend that? No, you don't like it? Well, actually, there's a few people who don't like it. They say it can be buggy.
It actually really, really sucks.
But hey, it's relatively new, and they're working on it all the time. They release new updates whenever they have them. And they're free, of course. It's only when it's a new program do they make you pay for something new. All their updates are for free. And it's economical. It's under $100. And it's yours for life. If you click below, there's a link in the description. If you click there, and it'll take you to the website. If you buy a copy of it, not only is it $100, but it'll take $10 off, too. So it's even cheaper.
Cheap bastard.
Lose $10. What do they do with that $10? Do they give it to us? Yeah, they do. What do they call that? They call that kickback. Yeah! Kickback. Yeah, kickback. What are you going to do if you got $10, huh? What are you going to do with your $10? Are you going to give it to Daddy? You going to give it to Mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, you suck. She'd always give it to Daddy. So Mommy always gets money anyway. She gets all Daddy's money. And you're going to give her more money.
So, fat woman, are you the boss around here or what?
Fat woman, my ass!
Terrible boy you are. You'll learn it later on in life, don't worry. So, anyway, what else could we talk about? How about we get them to support our channel? Not with $10, but you can support us by subscribe. You want to do a hand? Do this side. Subscribe. 2 hands. Your 2 hands. Here, give me that. Put that over here. Your fingers, my fingers, together. Subscribe. That's right. What does YouTube like besides subscribers? They like the thumbs up, right? Yeah, if you give us a thumbs up, we'll give you a taste of the thumbs up girls. Are you ready? Gonna sing? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. That was some pretty horrible singing. You call that singing? That was the worst singing I've ever heard in my life.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I know, you don't give a shit, do you? But anyway, what else can we say? Here, take that back. There you go. I know that charger is very exciting. Where was I going with that? Oh, that's right. Subscribe, thumbs up. Who are we? Well, I'm Dr. Scott. You're Dylan.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
And together we're all Modesty Photography. That's right. We're here to talk about tips and tricks about photography, camera lenses, camera bodies, stuff about photography, tips and tricks, a little bit of this and that. And you get to see Dylan growing up week by week. Annoying moment by moment. Yeah, that's right. So,
Mom.
And why else should they come back? Because you belong here. That's what I tell my students at school. You belong here. That's right. And where do they belong? What's the name of this show? Huh? This was Camera Talk with Dr. Scott and Dylan. And Dylan! Just like Bart Simpson. So thank you for dropping by. Thank you for watching all the way through to this point. Thank you for listening. If you haven't turned off the volume by now. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for putting up with Dylan and his craziness. Don't fall off. And thank you for just being you. All right, should they come back next week? Yeah? Why?
Why? Because we like you.
Because we do one of these every Friday. That's Friday Vietnam time. So it could be the day before you, the day after you, the same day as you. Did you get all that? Huh? You understand it?
That's suspicious.
So anyway, I think that was about it. So, are you ready to say bye-bye?
Bye.
All right, 1, 2, 3, bye-bye.
Here I am,